Hi, welcome to B3 Comics review of The Walking Dead 105. I'm Matt.
And I'm also Matt, and I'm filling in for Kurt.
As usual, issue 107 is written by Robert Kirkman with art by Charlie Adlard. The issue picks up with Carl captured by Negan. Surprisingly, Negan is impressed that Carl has killed so many of his men rather than upset. He keeps Carl alive and brings him into his fortress. This is the first time the reader gets to see what Negan's community is actually like. As Negan enters, we see that the members of his community show him the utmost respect. When they arrive at his room, Negan has Carl remove his bandages so that he can see his eyes. Rather than being disgusted by the missing eye, Negan is only further impressed by Carl. Negan revels in the fact that Carl is such a badass. The two also go to Negan's harem. While there, Negan is informed that one of his wives has cheated on him with a member of the community. As this is a violation of Negan's rules, the man will be punished by the iron. When the community is assembled, Negan takes a regular clothing iron and burns the perpetrator's face. The issue ends with him directing his attention back on Carl. What will his punishment be?
So I think the kind of punishment that's in store for Carl is going to be probably pretty sadistic. I'm hoping to see something where he's forced to basically hurt the people he loves, where he's put into some sort of predicament where maybe he has to, hurt his father's group, or else something else even worse will happen.
That's a really cool idea, and I actually really see that happening. Like, where he has to join them in an attack against his group.
Yeah, I think something that would be really interesting. Negan does seem to have a fascination with Carl, especially after he told him to take off his bandages and he looks like a monster. Negan was really fascinated by that, how he looked like a monster. I think Negan really wants to turn him into one.
So do you think Negan is going to be presented as kind of like almost a new father figure for Carl? Because Carl clearly has lost a lot of respect for Rick.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what will happen. I feel like the series in general try to set up this dichotomy where Carl... Rick's always worried that Carl's going to turn into a monster because of the environment he's in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a measure of, can Rick, raise a good child in this kind of environment? That's the ultimate test. And I think Negan's going to be basically testing Carl to see whether or not he'll fall into darkness.
It's kind of like the opposite, like the yin to Rick's yang.
Exactly. And you can kind of see where Rick's kind of lawful good, you have Negan as lawful evil, and that was especially established in this issue.
I really liked how Negan's like, you gotta follow the rules, otherwise you get punished.
Right.
And then he said that to kind of the community as a whole, but then behind closed doors to Carl, he's like, screw the old rules, I'm gonna make the new rules. The new rules are better.
Right, yeah, follow the rules. It also happens I made the rules and they're all evil.
Yeah. So now that we've seen some of Negan's community, do you think they're going to be around for a while? Like, are they going to be gone in 10 issues, or...?
I hope that this issue was an introduction so that we'll see more of Negan's society. We kind of see this hedonistic pleasure paradise. It reminds me of Back to the Future too, with Biff Tannen's pleasure paradise. You just have this harem of women around. It's a really structured environment. It kind of reminds me of The Governor's Place, but just...
better.
Yeah, maybe a little more sick. Though I don't know, it's kind of hard to top The Governor. We'll see.
What do you think of this whole punishment thing that he had? Where he just basically brands you with an iron.
I was thinking initially it would be kind of like branding cows. You have a little insignia.
Yeah.
But no, it was just old school. Here's a clothing iron. I'm going to melt your face. Which tied in nicely where one of the henchmen, had scarring on his face.
Yeah.
We didn't really know why. Maybe just...
But now it's explained.
Yeah, now it all ties back together, which is nice.
Definitely.
So what would you give this as a grade?
I actually really like this issue. It was kind of cool to finally see who Negan is and what type of person he is. I'm going to give this issue 4 out of 5.
I think I would give it 4.5 out of 5. I generally agree with you. I just feel like the previous issues, there wasn't too much being introduced. I felt like it's always exciting when you kind of see this new world being presented to you, and we definitely got to see inside Negan's world, and it does seem fairly creative, and it has a lot of potential.
All right. Thanks for watching this review from B3 Comics.
All right, and before we go, we have a question for the viewers. What do you think Negan's punishment will be for Carl?
Please leave your answer below in the comments. You can also reach us at Twitter. Check out our Tumblr page, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.
See ya.